NLC TUC give NERC Sunday deadline to reverse hike in electricity tariff. Suspected pirates kidnap 7 in Rivers. CBN OK 0.5% cybersecurity financial regulation levy. And on the foreign scene, Hamas agrees to a ceasefire. Israel says it will continue talks. Hello, welcome to News Updates on Trust TV. I am Lilian Ogazi. Now to the news in detail. The Nigerian Labour Congress NLC and its Trade Union Congress of Nigeria TUC counterpart have given the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission NERC till May 12th to withdraw the recent hike in electricity tariff or face unprecedented industrial action. The ultimatum was issued in a joint letter to the Chairman, Chief Executive Officer CEO, dated May 3rd, 2024, and copied to the Secretary to the Government of the Federation SGF and the Ministers of Labour and Power and the Electricity Distribution Companies, DISCOs, amongst others. The letter was signed by NLC President Joe Ajero and Festus Osifo of TUC counterparts. Meanwhile, Nigerians on Monday rejected the Nigerian Regulatory Electricity Commission's reduction of the tariff payable Band A customers from 225 Naira to 206 Naira. The Nigerian Labour Congress, Trade Union Congress, Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, electricity consumers and civil society organizations in separate statements demanded a reversal of the hike to the subsidy-era tariff. The new tariff, announced on Monday, came 33 days after the NERC raised the electricity tariff for Band A customers from 68 Naira to 225 Naira, representing about a 240% increase. Based on the tariff hike, the federal government said it would save 1.5 trillion Naira. Meanwhile, the federal government has debunked reports making the rounds that it is considering citing foreign military bases in Nigeria. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, in a post on X, formerly Twitter, urged the public to disregard the falsehood. Idris in the post said the federal government is not in any such discussion with any foreign country, adding that government has neither received nor is considering any proposals from any country on the establishment of any foreign military bases in Nigeria. He noted that the Nigerian government already enjoys foreign cooperation in tackling ongoing security challenges, adding that the president remains committed to deepening these partnerships to achieve the national security objectives of the renewed Hope Agenda. And speaking on the position of the northern stakeholders on the purported move to have foreign military bases in Nigeria, one of the signatories of the open letter, Professor Jibrin Ibrahim, sat down with Manil Dan Ali to shed light on the concerns. Meanwhile, 7 maritime travelers have been feared kidnapped along the One estuary. Reports said the incident occurred on Monday as some unsuspecting travelers set out to Port Harcourt by boat. The River State Police Command confirmed the incident on Tuesday. Public Relations Officer of the River State Police Command, Grace Iringe Koko, said 20 passengers were on board the boat. According to her, it is not yet clear if the 7 kidnapped victims were specifically targeted or randomly picked up. The River State Police Command said they are investigating and will provide further information when necessary. Now moving over to Ekiti, where a high court in Ado-Ekiti has sentenced 3 convicts to death by hanging for armed robbery. At the beginning, 5 defendants, Bidemi Babalola, Oluwaseun Akinwale, Shola Oyebanji, Aziz Jimo, and Babatunde Ogunlade were arraigned before Justice Lekan Ogumoye. The 5 men whose addresses were not provided were arraigned on January 30th, 2020 on 5 counts of conspiracy, armed robbery, possession of firearms, receiving stolen properties, and membership of a secret cult. Delivering his judgment, the trial judge said, in all, the sole issue for determination is resolved in part in favor of the prosecutor. Meanwhile, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has arrested 6 senior officers of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps over alleged 6 billion naira fraud. The senior officers are currently being grilled by EFCC interrogators at the Commission headquarters, Jabi, Abuja. Though details of the probe are still sketchy, reports said the NCDC officers were handed over to the EFCC on Monday on the order of the NSCDC Commandant General Ahmed Audi. Spokesperson for the EFCC, Delo Yewale, is yet to comment on the incident. Meanwhile, the police in Delta State have denied attacking protesting women in Ughelli, Delta State on Monday. The clarification came following reports that the police had shot at women from Oteri Ughelli in the Ughelli North local government area of the state who were protesting against alleged incessant harassment and extortion by policemen in the community. In a statement on Tuesday, Police Public Relations Officer Delta State Command Edafe Bright described the report as a false narrative. He said officers from the command did not shoot the protesters. He, however, confirmed that the women were dispersed with tear gas. The report claimed that a middle-aged woman was shot while many others sustained varied degrees of injuries during the protests in Ughelli on Monday, as operatives of the Delta State Police Command resorted to forceful dispersal of a group of protesting women. The federal government, through the Securities and Exchange Commission, is set to delist the naira from all peer-to-peer crypto platforms as the government steps up effort to tackle exchange rate manipulators and dollar racketeers. The development came against the backdrop of the recent move by the federal government to regulate Nigeria's crypto market, estimated at $57 billion. The newly appointed Director General of the Commission, Emomotimi Agama, disclosed the government's latest plan during a meeting with members of the Nigerian blockchain industry on Monday. Agama confirmed that the government was currently drafting a new set of regulations to govern the crypto sector. Operators in the crypto space have allegedly used the P2P platforms to manipulate the naira and the exchange rates. Meanwhile, the Central Bank of Nigeria has instructed all banks to apply a 0.5% cybersecurity levy to electronic transactions nationwide. This directive, outlined in a circular signed by Chibuzo Ifobi and Haruna Mustafa, mandates all financial institutions to implement the levy within 2 weeks from Monday, May 6, 2024. The levy will be deducted at the point of electronic transfer origination and reflected in customers' accounts with the notion cybersecurity levy. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAM, has released additional 531 results of the recently conducted Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, taking the total number of results released to at least 1.8 million. These contained in a statement by the Public Communication Advisor of the Board, Fabian Benjamin, on Tuesday in Abuja. Benjamin said the board had proceeded with the screening of over 64,000 withheld results due to cases of examination misconduct. He said the board is also looking at cases of unverified candidates and would soon come up with a position. He added that the attention of the board had been drawn to some fallacious publication purporting that an unknown candidate who did not sit for the board's 2024 UTME obtained scores. Benjamin described this as fake, malicious, and a calculated attempt to undermine the integrity of the board, while urging the public to disregard such publication. Now moving on to Kwara State, where the Governor, Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, has visited the Eucharistic Heart of Jesus Model College in Ilorin, which produced 35 top students in the just concluded Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination. This was revealed in a video shared by the state government via its X handle today. Abdulrazak, who visited the school, congratulated the 35 students who scored between 300 and 355 in the national examination. He commended the school for making the state proud with the excellent results in the national exam. The governor also acknowledged the great strides of some public school students who posted superlative performance in the examination. Now moving away from that, the Professional Committee on the African Intercontinental Free Trade Area has highlighted Nigeria's potential to thrive in the global market. The committee stated this during the visit to Jigawa Governor Malam Umar Namadi in Dutse. The report.
According to the team, Nigeria's resource-rich landscape, particularly at the grassroots level, positions it favorably within the African Intercontinental Free Trade Area. The team leader, Olusegun Olutayo, emphasized the IFTA's role in providing a platform for Africans producing countries to tap into expensive markets for high-demand products.
So in the context of market, there is what we call Kiremi market. And then there's what we call Baban Kazwa. AFCFTA is the Baban Kazwa. So if there is a market that anyone should take advantage of, it is the Baban Kazwa of AFCFTA. Because it's a market of 1 billion people. Statistics has given us 1.2 billion market. And of GDP going into trillions. So we don't need the entire billion. It's just a slice of the cake of that market that we believe the Jigawa people, the great people of Jigawa, can take advantage of.
Jigawa State, renowned for its cultivation of crops like purple hibiscus, sesame seeds, and gum arabic, holds immense promise for meeting the needs of other African nations. Governor Umar Namadi underscored the importance of seizing this opportunity to bolster the state's economy.
We are not saying, okay, relax the rule. No. But look at the possibility of giving everybody its own opportunity. Even by law, the SMEs have a different rule. Their capital base is different. Their manpower requirement is different. Their registration process is different. So you cannot say, okay, these SMEs with Dangote, they should also have the same requirement. Certainly no.
Governor Namadi stressed that IFTA presents not just an avenue for investment, but a catalyst for accelerated growth and development in Jigawa. He advocated for the inclusion of over 4,000 small and medium enterprises as beneficiaries of the IFTA program to propel the nation's economy forward.
Now away from that, a viral video on Monday showed the moment a Dangote truck was engulfed in fire, with people stealing its content, bags of cement. Eyewitnesses reported that the truck was traveling along Benue Highway when it suddenly caught fire, forcing the driver to abandon the vehicle. The video showed people carrying away bags of cement as the fire raged on.
But all thanks to God, man, no life was lost. Yeah. The truck is totally on fire, man. It's happening live. Okun people, Omobeno, you know they carry last, so see the gas now. Damn. What a smooth.
This is news updates coming to you from Trust TV. Coming up, prices of food items surge after 2 weeks drop in Katsina markets. More news when we return. Do stay. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is news updates coming to you from Trust TV. Let's take a quick look at our headlines. NLC TUC give NERC Sunday deadline to reverse hike in electricity tariff. Suspected pirates kidnap 7 in Rivers. Now moving on, Borno State Governor Professor Babagana Zulum has flagged off the construction of a 113-kilometer ring road that will link the capital Maiduguri with the west, east and southern parts of the city. The governor said the project is part of his urban renewal drive to address city congestion problems, housing deficit and spur economic growth. He charged the Ministry of Works to deliver a good job and ensure timely completion. Meanwhile, the Executive Secretary of the Borno State Geographic Information Service, Adam Bababe, said 1.6 billion naira was paid to over 700 persons whose farmlands were affected due to the road project.
The Maiduguri Ring Road is a brainchild of the current administration that covers Maiduguri with about 113 kilometers of roads and layouts that is supposed to enhance economic development, enhance security, solve the problem of housing deficit, and a host of others that would help the living condition of the populace of Borno State.
This is the first phase of the ring road, 16.5 kilometer. And inshallah, as our economic situation improves, we shall not hesitate to expand the scope of the work to cover the entire 100 kilometers of the ring road.
Prices of food items, especially grains, have again surged after a significant drop that lasted for about 2 weeks at various grain markets across Katsina State. Foodstuffs affected by the price increase include maize, local rice, millet, and guinea corn, as well as other grains, especially in Dandume, Bakori, Katsina, and May Adwa grain market. Abdullah Yamadi completes the story.
Few weeks ago, the price of white maize at Dandume stood at 52,000 naira per 75 kilogram bag, while the price of the red maize dropped to 55,000 naira from 68,000 naira. In the same vein, the price of guinea corn few weeks ago was 55,000 naira, but it later dropped to 45,000 naira, while a 100 kilogram bag of local rice went for 130,000 naira, even as a bag of soya beans was sold at 58,000 naira. At the moment, the prices of assorted grains such as maize, local rice, beans, guinea corn, millet, and sorghum have rose by 35% from the initial prices they were sold 2 weeks ago, a situation dealers attributed to a further fall of the naira to the dollar, as well as the recent scarcity of fuel, which jacked up the transport fares. This is one of the major grains markets in Katsina State. Some of the issues affecting this business is insecurity, naira devaluation, and uncontrolled fuel price increase. We hope the government will, as a matter of urgency, control fuel price to make life easier for Nigerians.
The price is increasing fast. Once you buy grains, before you come and buy another one, the price will double. What caused this problem is the issue of insecurity, because majority of people don't have opportunity to harvest their farms inside the bush as a result of these bandits.
In another development, traders are making reference to the price of foreign goods such as rice and noodles, which are dropping in some northwestern states due to decline in the exchange rate of Niger and other Francophone countries' currencies. The price of maize as at Monday, May 6, is 68,000 naira against the 52,000 naira it was sold few weeks ago, while millet and sorghum sell for 60 and 54,000 naira respectively.
Because the CFA has decreased, and I've seen that the rice start increasing because the CFA still is start increasing because of the dollar. Now the dollar is down.
Observers say prices of food items may continue to fluctuate, leaving many Nigerians unable to afford some if fuel prices remain where they stand at the moment, while the product remains scarce. Abdullahi Yamadi, Trust Television News, Katsina.
And now to the foreign scene. Hamas has agreed to a ceasefire proposed by Egypt and Qatar, potentially ending 7 months of conflict in Gaza. However, Israel has not stated that the proposal does not meet its core demands and continues targeted strikes against Hamas in Rafah. Despite this military action, Israel expresses its commitment to ongoing negotiations. The situation in Rafah is dire, with over 1 million people displaced due to Israel's offensive. The international community urges Israel to prioritize civilian protection. The conflict has led to unprecedented destruction in Gaza, reminiscent of the World War II, with thousands dead and many more displaced. The latest escalation began in October, initiated by Hamas attacks on southern Israel. As a ceasefire remains uncertain, Israel's military operations persist, including seizing control of the Rafah border crossing, a crucial entry point for humanitarian aid into Gaza. Still on the foreign scene, Russian President Vladimir Putin was on Tuesday sworn into office at a lavish Kremlin ceremony for a record-breaking 5th term with more power than ever before. The 71-year-old has ruled Russia since the turn of the century, securing a fresh 6-year mandate in March after winning presidential elections devoid of all opposition. And in the world of sports, the Nationwide League on Secretariat has received the official March report regarding the assault on March officials by players and officials of Obomosho FC on May 6, 2024. The match proceeded smoothly without any incident that warranted the assault. According to Nationwide League 1 rules and regulations, intimidation or harassment of match officials by club supporters, fans or officials is prohibited. Therefore, the NLO Rules and Regulation Article 471 will be strictly enforced. As a result, the listed players and officials from Obomosho are suspended from all football matches. The club has the right to appeal the decision in accordance with the regulation. Still in sports, Anthony Edwards led the way again as the Minnesota Timberwolves dominated defending NBA champions, the Denver Nuggets, to take a 2-0 lead in the Western Conference semifinals. Edwards, who scored 43 points in Game 1, added 27 on Monday night as Minnesota completed a convincing 106-80 win. Karl Anthony Towns also scored 27 points and had 12 rebounds for the Timberwolves, who established a 28-point lead at one point in the second quarter back and never looked back. Having won both games in Denver, the Timberwolves head back to Minneapolis for the next 2 games in the best-of-7 series, with Game 3 on Friday. Jalen Brunson scored 43 points as the New York Knicks beat the Indiana Pacers in 121-117 in a thrilling Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinal series. It was Brunson's 4th successive 40-point game, making him just the 4th player in the NBA playoff history to achieve the feat after Jerry West in 1965, Bernard King in 1984, and Michael Jordan in 1993. Dante DiVincenzo had 25 points, with 21 of them coming in the second half, while Josh Hart added 24 points, 13 rebounds, and 8 assists for the Kicks. Miles Turner led Indiana with 23 points and Pascal Siakam added 19. The Pacers led for much of the game, with Knicks only taking the lead for the first time in the fourth quarter. DiVincenzo's three-pointer put New York up 118-115 with 40.4 seconds remaining before Siakam's layup brought Indiana back with 1. Well, with that, we've come to the end of the News Update this hour. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms for more news, programs, and documentaries. I am Lilian Ogazi. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.